Hey, how's it going? I've been living with the TM80B as my everyday home audio for weeks, and if you've ever felt like your sound just doesn't grab you the way it should, this one hits a whole new space. Before we go any deeper, take a quick moment to check the current price and stock. Systems like this shift fast, and seeing what's available right now actually gives you a clearer picture of what you're about to step into. You already know that moment, movie night starts, the soundtrack should feel big, the dialogue should have weight, but instead everything sounds thin, flat, like it's happening behind a curtain. You bump the volume, you fidget with settings, you hope something changes, and it doesn't. That's the quiet frustration of settling. You've outgrown that feeling long before this. Powering the TM80B on for the first time changes that feeling immediately. It's not just louder, it feels alive. Those tower speakers with 800 watts of power don't just push sound, they place it around you. Deep scenes in films start to vibrate under your feet instead of just buzzing through the room. Music doesn't just play, it fills the space, carries emotion, and makes you realize how much depth was missing before. And when you stream wirelessly or use USB and SD playback, it doesn't interrupt your flow, it keeps you in the moment. You feel that difference when you're deep into a movie and the bass isn't just heard, it's felt. You notice it when your playlist hits a low drop and suddenly you're not just listening, you're immersed. Even karaoke nights feel like a real event because the presence is there. Everything becomes more intentional, more vivid, more connected to the experience instead of just background noise. And here's something you don't realize until you live with it: you don't have to blast it to feel that impact. The system stays composed even at moderate levels, so daily use, big sessions, late-night movies, all of it feels right without distortion or strain. That's the kind of effortless presence that shifts how you feel about your setup. Don't sit around thinking prices will drop or stocks will hang around. Once gear like this delivers real presence and depth, people notice, and tags shift without warning. If you're sitting there wondering whether you really need a system this capable, that's totally human. You've learned to accept ordinary sound because that's what most setups give you. But once you feel real power and clarity, your old system suddenly feels like you were just getting by. What you thought was okay begins to feel like a limit instead of a comfort zone. One thing that genuinely surprised me? How balanced it feels. You get deep, rich lows without muddying the mids and highs, so dialogue stays clear, music stays lively, and every moment feels like it's meant to be experienced, not just heard. You feel sound fill the room, not just the speakers. You enjoy deeper lows without distortion. You trust your system for every movie and song. You relax into audio that actually feels present. You notice richness you didn't even realize was missing. Yes, a full tower system isn't the smallest thing you add to your space, and setting up placement takes a bit of thought, but at some point, you stop ping-ponging between comparison tabs and just choose the thing that already feels right. Don't let this be one of those upgrades you delay and quietly regret later when you realize how much fuller everything could have sounded all along. Check the price, see if it's in stock, and make that move with clarity. Once you experience sound that truly fills the room, anything weaker will feel like settling, and you're not someone who settles anymore.